Welcome to another episode of the Chieftain Rewind. The Utica Chieftains return home in Week 8 for the final time this season to go head-to-head with the Crusaders of L'Anse Creuse North. Last year's Chieftain squad secured their only win of 2018 by defeating the Crusaders 34-20. It was a huge statement game for Utica, and when we asked this year's seniors what their favorite team memories were, quite a few of them brought up last year's victory over LCN.
I'd have to say at the LCN game when my teammate James, he swatted it and I got a pick for it and took it 90 yards. It was very fun.
Yeah, winning LCN, the halftime and after the game locker room, that was pretty exciting.
Definitely last year against L'Anse Creuse North, going on to their senior night and basically like destroying them.
Overall, as a team, we played great. On a personal level, I feel like I played great. I mean, it was just a great game to be able to knock LCN out of the playoffs, too.
These seniors look to close out their last home game with another victory over LCN this week. Speaking of seniors, it's time to take a look at our next senior feature. This week, we sit down with linebacker Diego Gomez.
I started playing football, junior league, back in my old city of Southgate when I was about 6 years old, and I just never stopped playing since then. I went all the way from freshman league to varsity league, now to high school football. The competitiveness, I love going out there every day, competing with my teammates, and then coming out here on Fridays, competing against other teams. It was really good, starting from a freshman, having to work your way up all the way to your senior year. I'd say last year. You know, I started at the beginning of the season, and then I just didn't start till halfway through the season, so like throughout that time I'd had to keep working to get back into the rotation of players, and then I ended up starting by the end of the year.
Diego is, again, another hard worker, someone we're expecting to step up and have a larger role this year, especially in the defense at linebacker, where he's done some good things this offseason, and we're hoping those pay off, and he has a great senior year.
Diego can pretty much play anywhere on the field. He's been put in different spots, and he just kind of goes where the coach puts him, and he's been working his butt off, so we're looking to see some good things from him.
Diego's also one of those kids he's one of my boys. He runs around, loves playing football, it's just what he does.
Great player, he's up and down. I mean, like he hasn't started a lot, but I mean, he doesn't keep his head down. He just keeps working, and he's helped his team a lot.
Ready to go. You can never count a game as a win or a loss before the game is even played. You can go out there, it can be the worst team in the league, and they can still come out and still beat you. You just gotta be ready for all the challenges.
Coming up next, we'll dive into our Week 8 highlights. The Chieftain Rewind will return right after this.
So, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoy giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
The Chieftains are hungry for a win while the Crusaders look for revenge over last year's upset. Here is your Week 8 matchup. On the opening kickoff, Matty Barch's kick finds a wide open spot, and Jason Azar beats the LCN returner, and the Chieftains take possession at the 29 in Crusaders territory. What a way to start the game. And Gable Shevsky, who would get his name called a lot tonight, extends the drive here for Utica. On third down, Zach Keene goes back to pass. and finds Rory Montreuil for a 19-yard reception and the score, and that's his first touchdown of the season. And they decide to go for two, and it pays off with this trick play as Olszewski takes it himself to put the Chieftains up by 8. On the Crusaders' first drive, it's senior quarterback Justin Schumanski with the keeper, and he's got speed to burn, but Brett Berg catches up and takes him down at the 5. On the next play, Schumanski takes it himself again and dives to the goal line, and it looks like it's fumbled, but it's ruled a touchdown by the officials. Slowing it down here, it looks like the ball might have fallen out before it crossed the goal line, but the Crusaders get the benefit of the call, and it's 8-7 Utica. On Utica's next drive, it's 3rd down and 11, and Keene gets pressured by the LCN defense, but he finds Garrison Nix that's just enough to move the chains. They would be taken to 4th down, where Samuel Fakir does a nice job of finding space, but he couldn't get enough of it here, and the Chieftains turn the ball over on downs. But the Crusaders would go nowhere as Kurt Kesson sacks Schumanski on 3rd down for a loss, and they're forced to punt. After the punt, Garrison Nix loses control of the ball here, but Keegan Mahar fights his way to the ball and recovers it for a good field position at midfield. And that recovery proved to be key as Keene hands it to Olszewski, finds a hole, and he is gone. He would take it 51 yards for the score, and Utica extends their lead 15-7. After another 3-and-out by the Chieftains, they take possession in the second quarter, where Jason Azar brings Utica into LCN territory. And on the next play, it's Olszewski again who just cannot be stopped. He takes it for 37 yards for his second touchdown of the game to give the Chieftains a 22-7 lead. The Crusaders look to find an answer here as Schumanski finds a wide open Jeremiah Williams Stewart, and he finds extra yardage before being tackled at the 22-yard line. A couple of plays later, Schumanski keeps it, and James Valenzuela fights off the stiff arm and makes a great tackle. But the Crusaders keep pushing here with a first down reception by Xavion Smith. And that leads to this keeper by Schumanski, who finds the end zone for the second time in the game. However, the extra point was blocked by Santino Donato, and it's 22-13. And the Chieftains answer right back on their next drive. Zach Keene throws a bomb and finds a wide open Garrison Nix, and he takes it home for a 61-yard reception. The Chieftains are rolling now as they take a 29-13 lead. On LCN's next play, James Valenzuela continues to flex on the Crusaders' offense with this sack to Schumanski. And McGuire Palicki gets one of his own to stall out the drive. LCN gets the ball back near the end of the half, and they look to score in the red zone, but it's another sack by Palicki. And both teams head to the locker room with Utica on top 29-13. The Chieftains open up the second half here, and on 3rd down, Keene is pressured by the Crusaders, but he throws it to Jason Azar and he makes a fantastic catch. Take a look at it again here. That's an NFL-style catch by a high school sophomore, folks. Later on in the drive, some penalties would cost the Chieftains some yardage and it would stall out. LCN looks to get something going here on 3rd down, and Schumanski finds Anthony Petrucci, and he races down the sideline, where Garrison Nix trips him up at the 1. Can't get much closer than that. And the Crusaders look like they would score here, but a holding penalty would force them back. On 2nd down, Schumanski keeps it, but guess who? It's Valenzuela who almost strips the ball out, but it's another sack for the senior D lineman. The Crusaders are taken to 4th down, and Schumanski finds Petrucci near the goal line, but great coverage by Brett Berg makes it an incomplete pass. And the Chieftains' red zone defense comes up big as no points are given up here. Utica closes out the third quarter with 2 nice receptions by Montreuil and Berg to get them in scoring position. That will lead us to the fourth, where Matty Barsh kicks a 27-yard field goal to give the Chieftains a 19-point lead. More fantastic defense here by Maguire Palicki and Ian Grodzinski as they stall out LCN's next drive. The Crusaders get the ball back after a 3-and-out of their own, and they get down to the red zone with this pass to Xavion Smith, which sets up a 15-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Petrucci. That would be followed by a 2-point conversion by Strumanski to cut the Chieftains' lead to 11. But it would not be enough as the Chieftains hang on to win by a score of 32-21, snapping their 5-game losing streak. A huge win for a Chieftain squad that's endured some tough losses this year, and it meant a lot to the seniors who played their last game at Swinehart Field.
Gabe, this win must feel good for you guys after these last tough 5 weeks, right?
It feels really good, actually. I mean, it's just a relief. I mean, all the hard work. I mean, it doesn't show up in the win column, but I mean, we work hard every day, so this one was well deserved.
Senior night, last time on the field. What does it mean to get this win with your senior class and the team?
I mean, I think some of us have been together since 7th grade. I mean, it's just all that work, all that time. It's just family, and just to end it here on a high note and just be with your family is just amazing. I could do it all again.
You've been a real workhorse on this team this season. Tell me how you've evolved as a player this season.
I think no quit attitude. I mean, bunch of days in the weight room, a bunch of months. I mean, out in the field practicing and everything. It's just you got to keep the mentality of keep going, and you just got to try and keep going.
The resiliency of this team. You guys have been in a lot of close games, but you guys came back every week with a lot of heart and a lot of determination. Tell me about this team and the resiliency you guys have.
I mean, it's always been an adversity thing here, so I mean, it's not like it's something new to us. So we just keep telling each other we got to keep pushing through it, and something's going to come our way.
Huge win for you guys tonight. Tell me what this win means for you guys on senior night.
It just means the world. We've worked so hard, and we're not our record, and I think we all know that. It's kind of a bittersweet feeling, knowing that we won on our last game, but we didn't continue after that. We wish we would have had more games on here, more opportunities, but we just know as a unit that we're a better team, and we deserve this one.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys were in a lot of close games recently, but every game you guys came back with a lot of heart and determination. Tell me about the character of this team this season.
Character of this team is just relentless. Like every week, it was the same attitude going in. So it was no emotions were up or down. It was just same every week. I would rather play with no one else than my teammates. It's a crazy moment right now.
Tell me about your class and what it means to this team, having your class perform the way they did this year.
It's just it was a great way to just go out with a bang, because my class since 7th grade has just been through so much hard work and just toughness we had to battle through pretty much every season since 7th grade. So it just meant the world to us, my teammates, my coaches, my family, everybody else's family. So it was just huge for us.
All right, James, defense came up big tonight. Do you guys remember how many sacks you had?
We had about like eight or nine, something around there. We went off. D-line went off. Kurt, Maguire, they all did really good. Ian did it phenomenal. Yeah, about 8 or 9.
You guys have been playing solid all season long. Tell me about this defense and what you guys have been able to do this season.
I think our defense is really good. We play, at times we can be off, but, we play like family. We pick things up, we play like family.
And what does this win mean to you guys, especially on senior night?
It means a lot. It's our last game on the turf, and, I've always dreamed of this moment. I mean, it means a lot. It's something I've dreamed of. I'm gonna enjoy it.
Coach, huge win, pretty much dominating fashion tonight. Tell me how important this win means to the team today.
It's huge. We've had a few tough weeks in a row, and I know, we've been close. We've had a few close, tough losses, and the kids deserved it. They deserved to feel good and feel some success. So, I'm happy for them, proud of them. They fought their butts out. They did a great job.
And the defense really came up big today at probably like 8 or 9 sacks. I don't even know. But tell me how the defense performed today.
Yeah, they did great. I mean, that quarterback was a really good player, a really good athlete, and you know, he was making plays all night, and you know, we tried our best to contain him, and our D line came up big and made some big stops on him. So you know, our D played great. They made some plays when we needed it.
Senior night, last game at home. Tell me about this senior class and what this senior class means to this team.
They're huge. I mean, you know, it's a great group. They've you know, very hardworking group, and we're gonna definitely miss them. They've done an awesome job, and you know, I'm happy that they had a great night tonight, and they came out and played hard, and they played great, and you know, we're gonna miss their hard work and their leadership, and you know, they've been leading us all off season and in season and in the summer, so they've done a really good job.
Week 8 closed out Mac White play for the season, and once again, Grosse Pointe South wins the division with an undefeated division record. Congratulations to the Blue Devils on another Mac White championship. The Chieftains will look to take their momentum from this win for their final game of the season as they go on the road to face the defending Division I state champions, Chippewa Valley. The Big Reds are undefeated this season, but the Chieftains don't mind being the underdog. That's all for this episode of the Chieftain Rewind. Tune in next week for the season finale as we will reveal the top 5 plays from the season. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.